Hello, guys. As you know, this term we're gonna start from chapter 9 from our story, The Man in the Iron Mask. The final attempt. The first question: why did King Louis call D'Artagnan the day after the escape? To tell him that he was a traitor and no longer the maskch, and Andrea would take his place and he would be taken to the Bastille. Question number 2: how did D'Artagnan feel on the day he took off his uniform and gave his sword to Andrea? It was the saddest day of his life. He felt naked and empty. Question number 3: what did D'Artagnan want Louis to do? D'Artagnan wanted Louis to get a message to his friends Aramis, Athos, and Porthos at Saint John. Question number 4: how did Athos, Aramis, and Philippe enter the palace again? Athos entered the palace as the maid of Louise's mother. Her verse was Philippe, and Aramis was dressed as Louise's mother. Question number 5: how did the conditions help Athos, Aramis, and Philippe that night to enter the palace? It was a very dark night, and their faces couldn't be seen under their hats and veils. The guards didn't stay a long time in the open because of the rabbit. Okay, let's go to the commentary section. We're gonna comment in each one of them. The first one is: could you be a traitor to your kings? Who said this? It was said by D'Artagnan to Louis when he was in the garden of the palace, and he had a plan. He wanted Louis to help him. Question number 2: forget about him now. Soon he'll be food for the worms. It was said by King Louis to Louis when he told her about his sadness to leave the palace to the Bastille. Again, Louis to Louise when he told her about his sadness to leave the palace to the Bastille. Question number 3: I'd like to thank you for your help. Now I see why D'Artagnan trusts you and speaks of you so much. It was said by Philippe to Louis after the plan has succeeded with the help of Louis. Chapter 10. What strange things happened in Paris after Philippe had been the king? They got fresh food and had arrived for people in Paris. Philippe decided to stop war with Spain. Philippe appeared in the streets of Paris, and the people cheered and shouted, "Long live the king! Long live King Louis!" How did Philippe help D'Artagnan? Philippe went to the Bastille and set him free. What happened to Fouquet at the end? He was arrested but put in prison for 10 years. His land and houses were taken from him, sold, and the money was given back to the people. What was done to King Louis? Athos and Dardan took Louis, who was wearing the iron mask, to Saint Margaret, the island prison. What happened to Dardan at the end of the story? Dardan, married to Louise, had 4 children, and he is teaching young musketeers to fight with a sword and a musket, and to be loyal to their king. Let's go for the comment sections. The first one is, just because everything is ready does not mean we must execute the man. It was said by Philippe to Gravia, the head jailer, when Philippe went to Bastille to set Dardan free. Number 2, well, I have got news for you. The Countess has agreed that you should marry her daughter. It was said by Philippe to Dardan after he spoke to the Countess de la Vere about Louise and Dardan marriage. I think you may be making a serious mistake. He's just a country boy. It was said by King Louis to Dardan when he took him to Saint Margaret, the island prison, and was persuading him to let him go. That's it. Thank you.